Hey guys, it's your boy up from the BTC.
And I'm Danny the Dinosaur. And I know knowing is half the battle, but these vendors didn't know. So basically what happened is that we went to a thrift store and these poor little guys were marked as just 80s G.I. Joe toys, and they were sold for cheap. Like, they were all in this like poor, this just sad pile of just G.I. Joe toys. And there were some actually pretty good prices because they didn't know what they were really. I mean, they did, but they really didn't. We talked to the guy who was actually selling these. It was a thrift store. And we started making offers with him. He said, I quote his words, he literally said, I know these guys don't sell well, so I'll give you a discount on them. These are mother freaking G.I. Joes. And he was saying they don't sell well. Well, guess what? We took advantage of that and we gave these guys a new home.
This is the Vamp Mark II, which is in a desert camo compared to the original one. And I must admit, this is the one I bought, and I am quite happy with it. I got it for a whopping $10, and it is basically complete apart from the steering wheel, which kind of disappointing once I got home. But either way, it looks great. And along with the Vamp Mark II, I actually got the driver himself, Clutch. This is the version 2 of Clutch, which also drove the original Vamp, if you were not aware. I also happen to own the version 1 of Clutch, which is a very, very nice figure, if I do say so myself.
And as for something I bought, I have the Fang helicopter. This was one of the more earlier vehicles in the G.I. Joe toy line, as you may see a pattern throughout this review that most of these vehicles are from the earlier years of G.I. Joe, the golden years. And so this Fang comes with one missile, but it was pretty cheap. It's just another cool addition. Everything's in a really tip-top shape, as well as its driver right now, Tomax. His Cobra emblem is really nice looking, and his gun is there, so I mean, overall, pretty good find.
Next up, we have the Ram motorcycle. This is a very, very nice piece that is basically a motorcycle with a very large machine gun attached to it. Now, here on this specific Ram, I have Xamot on it from the Cobra Legion. Now, obviously he doesn't fit in here, but it's here just because I had nowhere to put him. I'm so sorry, Xamot. You can go somewhere eventually. But no, this Ram cycle is actually really cool. I got it for $5 buccarinos, and it was actually complete, so I was quite happy with my purchase of it.
And here is probably my favorite Joe Stealer. And as you can see, he's fallen apart. I tried taking him apart, but it was just too rusty and his screws seemed to be a bit stripped. So unfortunately, my favorite G.I. Joe can't really move. But if any of you crafty people know how to fix this, please tell me in the comments below, because I really want to get my favorite G.I. Joe fixed.
So now, as for the Cobra His Tank drivers, we actually got both of these. We actually offered him. He was selling it at, I believe, $25.
Yeah, like 25.
And we offered it down to $15. And that was $15 for both of them. So I got one. So we split the money. I got one. He got one.
And we had an incomplete His Tank. And the only thing that was missing was the driver. So we can complete one. And now we can just buy another His Tank without a driver and not spend a fortune on the driver. And finally, the big boy, the Dragonfly. This thing is a thing of beauty. I mean, it's such a beautiful toy. I'm so happy to have it. Like, this kid really took care of his toys. Again, it was kind of sad seeing this beauty of a toy inside of a box, but guess what? We got it, and now it's in our hands, and it's complete. Such a beautiful toy. It'll have certainly a great place to be in our collection. Its rotors still spin, as well as the missiles are still there. Some really nice condition missiles. So overall, that is probably the most as to why I am so happy with this lot. And finally, we got a bag of accessories. I mean, there's a lot of early 80s Joe accessories right here. There's a breaker backpack and a breaker headphone thing. Stalker's gun recolored, and there's also Footloose's gun and his kind of cannon thing was also in the bag. So overall, yeah, just a bunch of G.I. Joe accessories. Some of these actually complete a lot of the figures, so that's pretty fortunate. So now we just have to search down these figures naked and give them their accessories.
So anyway, this was, I think, a very successful haul, and you should be expecting reviews from the complete ones pretty soon. So keep an eye out for those. Notably, the Dragonfly, the Van Mark II,
and probably the Ram once we get Breaker.
So, anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching.
That's the end of this video. Like, comment, share, do all the things that you gotta do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.